Hello Internet, it's Andrew Potter back again for another session of reading My Immortal. Today we will be reading chapters 13, 14, and 15 as they're posted together in this package that I found online. Let's get started. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore, we both yelled. Dumbledore came there. "What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs?" he asked angrily. That's Dumbledore. He's always angry at people. "Voldemort has Draco," we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. "No, don't. We have to save Draco," we begged. "No," he said meanly. "I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco, not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony," he said while he frowned, looking at me. "Besides, I never liked him that much anyway." Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. "My Draco," he moaned. Oh, I've also been told recently by a friend that I should be reading the author's note, as they add a whole nother level and actually answer some of the questions I ask. So, don't you fic gay guys are like so hot. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. "I had an idea," he exclaimed. "What?" I asked him. "You'll see," he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Alla Cadavra." It was Voldemort. Chapter 14. Author's note. Fuck off preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital 'cause I slipped my wrist. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God reviles. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely gray. Fire excretion advised. Alright, I'm preparing to be scared, guys. Alright, ready to be scared. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. You mean Barty Crouch? Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Snaketail isn't a character. His name was Wormtail. "Rid my sight, you despicable preps," he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. He said, in dis, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Of course. "Huh?" I asked. "Enobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me?" asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. "What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and then expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard," I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured, not spelled right, out of it like a fountain. "No!" he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. "Snaketail, what art thou doing?" called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. You were already crying. You were so much crying. And it's all blood. And... What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a six-pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexa? And a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything? Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like preps anyway. They're all such fucking sluts, answered Draco. That's not true. That's not true. If you are a prep who is not a slut, please comment below. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail's in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. Author's note. Don't worry, Inobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away. Chapter 15, author's note. Stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck. Froom, no on every. Tim, someone, flams, me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Fangs to Raven for Holpian. I think that was a cry for help. I think. Oh, these paragraphs look a bit longer, so maybe that's good. Maybe Maybe that means maybe that's good. Maybe that means, she's writing full paragraphs with descriptions and lots of great stuff. Let's see. Ebony, Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it, the door of the key. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Biology class at Hogwarts. Biology class at Hogwarts. Yep, that's the thing happening. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. What? That's not biology. That's not biology. Biology is the human body. Or the body. If it's human biology, human body. If it's animal biology, animal body. But biology is just called biology now, which really confuses me because it's like, are you looking at animals or just bodies in general? Because that's, my high school we had specifically human biology and biology, because then you knew it wasn't the human, so. Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco. Inobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just wanna fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. Author's note. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. That would have been nice to know, in a organic kind of way. If there's a way to like mention that during that first chapter, and then I don't know, maybe later say, oh, this is our song, blah 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 blah. Sure, but no. All right, right in front of the entire class. So I'm confused because the guitar just turned to Draco. So it was Draco already in this class, and when he saw her guitar turn to him, he was like, "This is my moment. This is my moment." Or did she mean to say the guitar turned into Draco, and that now there's a little like mini Draco on her desk kind of thing? Or is there two Dracos in the world now? I don't know. That'd be great to know, wouldn't it? Could we all just take like 5 seconds to imagine a world where this makes sense? Great 5 seconds. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexist-y, like a cross between Gerald, Joe, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note: don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out od her. I don't know who most of them are. I guess I can I leave now? Can I be done? Am I free? OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now. How do you flip someone off while holding hands with someone? How do you... oh, okay, I guess it works. Feels weird though. It's not a thing I like. At them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff. Author's note: I fucking hate that bitch. So what do you want to kiss like her? And CMM in a Cinderella story. Chad Michael Murray. I like him. He did One Tree Hill, which is great, and he did Agent Carter, which he was also great in. He's a jerk in both of them, but he's great. Actually, he's less of a jerk in One Tree Hill, but he's still good. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked to get her. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other, all shocked, and then we went to get her. Alright, so that happened. That wasn't as bad as the last video. That was not as bad as all the Lupin stuff before. I'm glad he's back at school, I guess. Maybe he's been cured of his pedophilia, however you do that. Magic, sure. It was bad, but it was the usual bad. It was back to that My Immortal that I know and know of. That's weird that a huge My Chemical Romance fan would not have known that they were having a concert like 10 minutes away from them until the minute of that concert. Evil Dumbledore is weird. You'd think they'd like him more because he's evil, and that's what they like apparently, is evil and gothic and all that crazy stuff. But hey, that was chapters 13, 14, and 15, and that wasn't so bad. I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's what it is. It's okay. But yeah, so that's all I've really got to say about that. Ebony seems the same. Why is he called Snaketail now? You know, like, it would make sense if Voldemort was gothic and therefore wanted to call him Snaketail because, oh, gothic, ah. But she's even explicitly said that Voldemort is not gothic. So why would he make Wormtail's name Snaketail? and now he's 16, which is really weird because he was friends with Harry's dad, who doesn't seem to be aged down, or else then that's a weird like time turner kind of garbage. But I don't know. I don't know. But we're back to the good old My Immortal that exists. I don't know if there was anything in that you wanted me to go into that maybe I just didn't have the energy to go into right now. Feel free to comment below, and always feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, because that's a neat thing. You get to see more of me doing stuff like this, and I get to know that you're enjoying it. That's all I've got to say about that. Have a good night.